learning to observe the things around you, taking note of how your own sensibilities intersect with what you're looking at, learning to follow your natural instincts. This is all part of seeing the world like an architect. Every artist, every designer, every architect, I think, needs a muse. Mine are these really humble structures, plain materials, things constructed just with off-the-shelf components, piers and docks, boathouses. All these things are structures built with the raw materials at hand. I find the structures all along the coast to be fascinating, just their construction and this meeting of water and granite and wood. These materials are really fascinating to me, and so I like this sort of very simple, straightforward structure. It's got a very utilitarian purpose. It's actually kind of beautifully detailed and simply constructed. It is no more than it has to be. Now, the reason I spend time outside of the studio studying things is, it's more than just being a curious person. I think it helps me to ask better questions. Why does this look like this? Why is it shaped like this? Why is it made of this material? How does it work? What's the experience of being there? Much of our surroundings, we just take for granted because it's all so familiar. And familiarity keeps us from asking questions. Learning to understand the world around us more deeply is really valuable. One trick I learned for doing this is from the author and illustrator David Macaulay. He calls it interrogating the photograph, and I've always really loved that terminology. So what you do is you take a series of photographs of a place, an object, whatever it is you're trying to make sense of, and then you draw that same photograph from a variety of angles. And changing the perspective forces you to understand how it really works, how the layers interact with each other. To be a good architect, you have to learn to see things differently than other people see them. And it's a practice that they teach you in architecture school where they call it precedent research. And for me, in school, it was actually my least favorite part of the design process. Studying what others had done before me was the thing that was keeping me from designing. So I really struggled to see the value. I wasn't about to copy the past. I was ready to do something new. But what I've learned is to be able to do that, I had to learn how to truly see a problem, to see how others had solved it, to see what materials they used. How did they handle light and hierarchy and circulation, structure, all the complex systems. And so many years later, I'm learning to see again, learning to observe what's here, taking the time to explore and dissect and to understand the humble things that surround me, the things all of us take for granted. Trying to notice the unnoticeable, the unremarkable. Taking something you know something about and turning it into something new, something that no one has seen. That juxtaposition is really interesting to me.